Books. Anyone raised in a literate society has read many books over a lifetime. Some books are forced upon us by our parents or our educators. Other books are chosen because they are popular or give us a moment of diversion from our life. However, there are those rare books that stick with us for a lifetime and teach us something unexpected, something valuable. Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom is that kind of book. It is an easy read, some would even say simple, and in fact, many critics have not been impressed with Albom's writing ability. But as we often see, many of life's deepest and most important truths are simple. Mitch Albom was a student of Morrie Schwartz at Brandeis University. He had a great respect for his professor and grew close to him during his university years. However, like many of us, you graduate, life moves on, and you lose touch. But as fate would have it, Morrie was destined to be Mitch's teacher once more in life. When Mitch heard that his beloved professor was suffering from ALS, a debilitating disease that would eventually end his life, he rekindled their relationship. These two men began to meet every Tuesday. And true to his nature, Morrie began to teach Mitch a final and important lesson: how to truly live your life to the fullest. Mitch compiled his conversations with Morrie to write his book. I believe that Tuesdays with Morrie is a must-read for everyone. This book teaches us the importance of developing a true sense of what is right and wrong, the fleeting reality of material gain, and our purpose in life, which is love. Morrie feels very strongly that modern culture and media are destructive to society because they undermine our own sense of what is right and correct beliefs. He warns Mitch throughout the book to learn to develop his own instincts and to follow them. Morrie states, "The culture we have does not make people feel good about themselves, and you have to be strong enough to say, if the culture doesn't work, don't buy it." Morrie teaches that culture does not invest in people and potential as it should, but instead places emphasis on material gain, outward appearance, and what is socially acceptable. These ideas are also backed up by research as stated by Dr. Norman Rosenthal in his book, The Gift of Adversity. Rosenthal states, "Look within your gain, your worth, rather than depending on institutions or the opinions of others. For institutions rise and fall and fashions come and go, but a good sense of your own value will see you through life's ups and downs." Morrie warns Mitch to be careful about media and its shaping of social norms and thoughts. The article, "Does Media Violence Lead to the Real Thing?" seems to back up the idea that media has the power to shape thought. There is now a consensus that exposure to media violence is linked to actual violent behavior. Morrie stresses that our values should be based on loving others and rising above the social pressures of life. As Morrie states, the big things, how we think, what we value, those you must choose yourself. You can't let anyone or any society determine those for you. For Morrie, one of the biggest lies that modern culture tells us is that material things are important. Morrie spends a lot of time trying to teach Mitch that the material gains he is striving for will not make him happy. He advised Mitch to ask himself, what if today were my last day on earth? This is a question that we should all ask ourselves. We are often so busy going about our daily tasks and focusing on personal drama that we never ask ourselves why we do things or what is really important to us. Morrie explains this very clearly when he says, "So many people walk around with a meaningless life. They seem half asleep even when they're doing busy things that they think are important. This is because they are chasing the wrong things." In the article, A Life of Meaning, researchers try to make the connection between reason and a central prerequisite that the good life is a personal sense of meaning. This article supports Morrie's thoughts regarding the importance of finding meaning in our lives. And perhaps this quest for meaning is Morrie's greatest lesson because Morrie believes that all true meaning stems from love and relationships with others. You can hear this in simple statements like, love always wins, and the most important thing in life is to learn how to give out love and let it come in. Morrie teaches that things are not permanent, and in the end, all that remains is love, the lives you have touched, those you have loved, and the relationships you have formed with others. The article, A Lesson Before Dying, truly supports this idea. This article reminds us that Nelson Mandela left this world having enormously altered it. This article explains that his examples that he set live on even after his death. Morrie's wisdom reshaped how Mitch viewed his own life. He began to understand that he put all of his energy and emotion into things that would not last or bring joy. Dr. V.J. Paracoil works in geriatrics and has counseled with many patients who are dying. In the article, Writing a Last Letter When You're Healthy, he explains that the most common emotion people express when they are dying is regret. They regret that they never took the time to mend broken friendships and relationships, or that they never told friends and family how much they truly care. I can think of no better book to recommend than a book that could reshape how you think about your priorities, your relationships, and could potentially add meaning to your life. Tuesdays with Morrie is an emotional ride because as you get to know Morrie, you also know that he is dying. However, the fact that he is dying and the realization that this book is his last lesson to us gives his words weight. It is easy for us to understand that someone who is at the end of their life might have a better understanding of the true meaning of life. So my recommendation to you is to read this book, assess your priorities, and redirect your life if necessary. In the words of Morrie Schwartz, there is no such thing as too late in life, because once you learn how to die, you truly learn how to live. Thank you.